They're disoriented. You have everybody shook. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder. For my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, they're disoriented. You have everybody shook right now. I'm telling you. I need somebody to drop in the comments and say they going crazy over me. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say they going crazy over me. Now, I don't mean that in the literal sense, but the context that I do mean it in is they don't know whether they are coming or going whenever it comes to you. You follow what I'm saying? They're disoriented. They can't believe that who you used to be is not who you are now. They can't believe that you have surpassed them. They can't believe that you're doing greater things. They can't believe that you have accomplishments, success, achievements, promotions. You're making better money now. Or just the fact that you've changed your life all the way around. They are disoriented. And anytime a person walk up on a light, a star, something that is bright, the first thing they do is cut that light down. You know, they cover up. All right, they try to shield because their light is your glow, and that light is energy, and they can't radiate at the same level you are radiating at. Reno, what are you saying right now? It causes them to be disoriented, very similar to spatial disorientation. Anybody ever heard of that, spatial disorientation? A lot of aircraftsmen, pilots experience this 30,000, 40,000, 50,000 feet in the sky, okay? So just to give y'all like a brief description, or really y'all, I'm gonna just read the definition so y'all can understand what it is. So we're gonna do some definitions today. But anyway, y'all, it's a state of confusion occurring when the brain receives conflicting signals from the visual vestibular, which is like your inner ear, and somatosensory, which is your body sensations and systems, causing a failure to correctly perceive an aircraft's position in relation to the horizon. All right, you don't know whether you're coming or going, whether you're going down or whether you're going up, whether you're going left or whether you're going right. It's like spatial disorientation. You stop realizing what's happening. It's almost like a psychological thing. And a lot of aircraftsmen and pilots, experienced and unexperienced, have experienced fatal, deaths behind this, all right? And we don't even got to speak on the names. You can just Google it. But the point is, y'all, is that this is what your enemies are going through. You follow what I'm saying? This is what your enemies are experiencing. They're disoriented. You got them in a blender, okay? You ever sat down for a long time and then you got back up and then it was like everything was closing in on you. You had to kind of catch your balance, like, oh, hold on. You kind of felt like you was off balance. That's that spatial disorientation. Once again, they don't know whether they're coming or going when it comes to you. They don't know whether they're coming or going whenever they hear you or see you. They don't know, they're disoriented. You have them shook because what you have accomplished, who you have become, the things that you have done, said, and just overall built. You get what I'm saying? And so, fam, we're going to go ahead and get directly into this. You have everybody shook right now, all right? First thing is first, leave a thumbs up on this video as well as subscribe to the channel. Yes, sir. Not only that, y'all, but y'all be sure to ring my bell so you can be notified after every single video I post. Let's get right into this, y'all. Number one, the reason why they're disoriented and you have them shook is because it's happening really fast, all right? It's happening really fast. When you think about Jackson 5, it happened really fast. Yes, y'all, they have a story. Yes, y'all, they had to, go through talent shows, racism. They had to go through discrimination. They had to go through being told no. It's a lot that they had to go through. Don't get me wrong, okay? However, y'all, it still happened fast. I mean, there were kids when they blew up, all right? And so it's the same thing with yourself, y'all. It's happening fast, all right? Your success is happening fast. Getting promotions, happening fast. Graduating school, happening fast, all right? Building certain things, happening fast. You growing up, happening fast. You follow what I'm saying? And so it's very similar to the kid that's growing into adulthood, right? The kid who's growing into adulthood. When a kid grows into adulthood, what happens? They go from adolescent to teenager to adult, all right? Young adult, then you mid-age, and before you know it, you're 70, 80, 90 years old. You follow what I'm saying? And so it happens all fast, and that can be disorienting, all right, or disorientating, okay? It can be that because it happens fast, and that's the same thing with yourself, y'all. They're so disoriented. I don't know why I want to say disorientated, but disoriented because it's happening fast for them. They're not used to seeing you move this fast. And I'm not saying like you're living in the fast lane. I'm saying that the fact that you was patient, you wasn't looking for instant gratitude or instant gratification. You wasn't looking for the cheat code, the elevators. You grinded to get to where you are. But like I always say, y'all, it takes years for overnight success. And see, people just see the overnight success. They don't see the years that was put in. You dig what I'm saying? They don't see the years that was put in. And so that causes people to be disoriented because it's happening fast to them. They don't see the work, the grind, the time, the hustle and bustle, the crying, the blood, the sweat, the tears, the praying. They didn't see all that. All they seen was you step into your glory, and they are disoriented. Does that make sense, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know. You got everybody shook right now. Number 2, who you are supersedes who you were, all right? One of the talking points that I mentioned earlier in this video, who you are supersedes who you were. So I was just scrolling on Instagram or Facebook, I believe. I seen that it was a lady who was a janitor in the hospital, right? And so she actually went back to the hospital and became a doctor. So she started being a janitor in the hospital, and then she became a doctor. It was all on ABC News and everything. Y'all Google it, right? But the point is, y'all, is that she superseded who she was, all right? Who she is now, she superseded that. I used to be a janitor, sweeping up floors, mopping. You know, I used to have to clean up people's stuff, and now she's a doctor. It just shows that you never know who gonna be who. All right, somebody drop in the comments and say, you don't know who I'm going to be. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, you don't know who I'm going to be, because this is true. You follow me? And so when you supersede who you were, it causes people to be disoriented and shook. Can you imagine the look she get? You know, good and bad. Like some people, I'm sure they clap for her. They clap. And then I'm sure it's other people who be like, how you do that? You ain't nothing but a janitor. Obviously not. You need your post check. You get what I'm saying? Disorientation. They don't know whether they coming or going. They can't believe it. All right. Number 3, that laugh turned into a cry. All right. That laugh turned into a cry. Man, shout out to my man, Life Jennings. You know, I rock with Life Jennings, man, heavy. You know, he one of those people where it's not like this Usher type of singing, Chris Brown type of singing. He just got that soulful, like, type of singing. You know what I'm saying? People who be singing in prison, and you can feel it, man. It's like, it don't make you want to make love to your wife or make you want to dance with your wife like you're listening to Luther Vandross, but he make you feel it, man. But one thing I love about what Life Jennings says is the same thing that make you laugh, make you cry. That's the first person I ever heard it from. Like maybe y'all heard it from your grandmom, your auntie, or your granddad, or uncle, whatever, dad, mom, whatever. But I heard it from Life Jennings, and he said the same thing that make you laugh, make you cry. Reno, what do you mean by that? People laughed at Ray Charles, and then they cried when he became famous, okay? People will laugh at your downfall, but guess what? You working, and then you get to that point, and then they cry when you leave them in the dust. They cry when you leave them in the dirt. So you laughed at me. The same thing that make you laugh, make you cry. You get what I'm saying? And so, fam, that laugh turned into a cry. Publicly. Everybody's seen it. You get what I'm saying? Somebody drop in the comments and let me know if you ever experienced that. Like the same thing they laughed at you about, it's the same thing that they're crying about when it comes to you. All right? Drop in the comments and let me know if you ever experienced that. All right? But number 4 is going to be this right here, y'all. You surpassed them. All right? You surpassed them. So not only did you supersede who you were, all right, but you surpassed who they are now. That's crazy. You follow me? That's why they so disoriented, because you surpassed them. So here's the thing, y'all. When it comes to a person growing from a business or a football team or a basketball team. Think of it like this. For instance, football. They went from a player to a coach, from a coach to the GM, from the GM to the CEO. All right. The reason why I give you that whole layout is because that's a person who's surpassing people who's going to always be on that particular level that they surpass them on. Not many people do this, but it's possible. All right. And it's possible because if you put hard work smart, if you're building efficiently, if you're not so focused on instant gratification, and if you keep your head down and know the right people, because networking plays a role, you can surpass those same individuals who you was on the same floor on. You follow what I'm saying? It's no different from, going to college with someone. And everybody was on the same level. We all ate pizza, played checkers, played spades, chased skirts, whatever it was. And then out of that group, maybe one of those two people end up being your boss. If that happens to be your friend, you in good luck. If that happens to be your enemy and they your boss, you in bad luck. The point is, y'all, is that when you surpass certain people, they're going to still be on that same level. And according to how they treated you or vice versa, it kind of contribute to the experience you have in that facility, that building, the relationship, whatever the case is. But you have surpassed them. You follow what I'm saying? So yeah, you went from player to coach, from coach to GM, from GM to CEO. You own the building now. Yeah, somebody drop in the comments and say I own the building. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say I own the building. Number 5, y'all, the last thing is going to be this right here. They never believed, all right, which was another talking point that I mentioned in the beginning of the video. They never believed, okay? It's very similar to when a kid says, one day I'll have ... All right, one day I have $1 million. One day I have a mansion. One day I have, 1 million donut shops. One day I have whatever, right? But the point is that most people ain't believing that little kid, all right? That's just little Charlie. That's just little TJ. Ain't nobody stunned what he talking about. Go take a bath. Go brush your hair. Go brush your teeth. Ain't nobody stunned him. Okay, same thing with yourself, y'all. They never believed. They wasn't stunned you. Yeah, they thought that you was just regular little Tim, little Bim from the back room. I keep telling y'all this. They thought that you was just regular little Keisha from the back room. You ain't nobody. They never believed, and this is an insult. So when you actually attain, accomplish, or build what you said that you was going to build, they're disoriented. You have them shook. You follow what I'm saying? And so, fam, we're going to go ahead and do a recap, and then we'll conclude this video. But understand something. They are disoriented. You have everybody shook right now, all right? But number 1, y'all, it's happening fast. Number 2, who you are supersedes who you were. Number 3, that laugh turned into a cry. Number 4, you surpassed them. And number 5, y'all, they never believed, okay? With that being said, fam, y'all be sure to get you a Yes Sir t-shirt, Yes Sir hoodie, book a one-on-one session with your boy, and check out any one of my books. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Keep a rich mentality. Peace.